In the previous episode, we explored the story of Ra and the religious beliefs of ancient Egypt. But now, our journey takes us toward a figure who was believed to rule the world beyond death. His name was Osiris. According to ancient Egyptian mythology, Osiris was not simply associated with death. He was also connected with life, agriculture, fertility, harvest, and justice. Egyptian traditions describe Osiris as a wise king who taught people agriculture, civilization, laws, and the ways of an organized society. According to the legends, peace and prosperity spread throughout Egypt under his rule. But behind this prosperity was an enemy who stood much closer than anyone could have imagined. That enemy was not a stranger. He was Osiris's own brother, Seth. In Egyptian mythology, Seth was associated with the desert, storms, disorder, and destruction, standing in sharp contrast to Osiris. According to the legend, Seth became jealous of his brother's power and popularity, and a dangerous plan began to take shape in his mind. Seth arranged a magnificent feast. But behind the celebration was a deadly conspiracy that no one could see coming. During the feast, Seth presented a beautifully decorated chest and announced that it would belong to whoever could fit perfectly inside it. When Osiris finally lay inside the chest, Seth and his followers suddenly sealed it shut and threw it into the waters of the Nile. The news of Osiris's death plunged Egypt into grief. But his wife Isis refused to give up and began searching for her husband. According to Egyptian tradition, Isis traveled across distant lands searching for her husband, until she finally discovered where the chest containing Osiris had been taken. But when Seth discovered that Osiris's body had been found again, he committed another terrible act that would make the legend even darker. According to the legend, Seth divided the body of Osiris into several pieces and scattered them across different parts of Egypt. Isis then began an extraordinary journey, traveling across Egypt and gathering the scattered remains of Osiris. According to Egyptian mythology, Isis used her mystical knowledge, together with the help of other figures, in an attempt to restore Osiris to life. But Osiris's world had changed forever. According to Egyptian belief, he would not return to his former life. Instead, he became the ruler of the realm of the dead. And this is where Osiris became even more important in Egyptian religious belief, because he was now connected to humanity's destiny after death. But the story of Osiris was not over, because Isis and Osiris had a son, and his name was Horus. Horus was traditionally represented with the head of a falcon, and according to Egyptian mythology, his greatest battle would be against his own uncle, Seth. According to Egyptian belief, Horus stood against Seth to avenge his father Osiris and reclaim the throne that he believed belonged to his family. The two were said to have fought a long and terrible battle, a struggle that came to represent the conflict between rightful kingship and disorder. Egyptian traditions also tell of Horus losing one of his eyes during the conflict, an eye that would later become one of the most famous symbols of ancient Egypt. Eventually, according to the Egyptian tradition, Horus defeated Seth and continued the legacy of his father Osiris. Through these stories, Osiris, Isis, and Horus became some of the most famous figures in ancient Egyptian religion, while the idea of life after death became a central part of their beliefs. But it is important to remember, these stories belong to ancient Egyptian mythology and religious tradition. From the Islamic perspective, worship belongs to Allah alone, and these ancient gods are not considered divine. In our next episode, we will turn to one of the most mysterious figures in ancient Egypt, Anubis, the guardian associated with death, mummification, and the world of the dead.